My word, this is amazing. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful Grenade. Listen, this is amazing. I've done so many Zooms in my life, right? And this, I have to say, is quite unique. This is unbelievable. I love the introduction, by the way, Nicole. This is brilliant. So, my name is Clement. I'm from Guelph. I'm Grenadian 100%, as you can see, and I love everything about Grenada. So we'll go straight into this. We won't waste time. So welcome to the Derek Clement Hair Soiree. Derek Clement Hair System Hair Soiree. And before we get started, let me introduce you into this.
Thank you very much, and good day, everyone. My name is Rudy Page, and we're looking forward to this session. This session will be about expert information, maintenance advice, and professional insight. Derek will go through the 9 principles of Afro hair, and you'll be given the opportunity to ask questions afterwards. But if you feel there's an issue you'd like to ask straight away, because it's an important point, no problem, we'll take that as well. I can monitor the chat room.
It's not going to be healthy. So we must bear that in mind. Keep away from sulfates, keep away from lanolin, and keep away from parabens. All right? So our range doesn't have those nefarious products. It's important that your product shampoo should have a good efficacy. Okay? It should be innocuous. It should be healthy for your hair. So let's get started. The 3 things. The first thing you do when you are going to shampoo your hair is a shampoo. This is our shampoo, by the way. This is the Derek Clement shampoo. Okay? Shampoos are great, but I believe a shampoo should be assisted by a co-wash. This is a shampoo that doesn't lather. It has a conditioner in it, but this is also a shampoo that lathers. So what we say in the system, shampoo your hair once. And by the way, I think you should shampoo your hair at least once a fortnight, not every day or every week. I think that's too much. So shampoo your hair once. That's in my Derek Clement system. One shampoo, but you could continue to shampoo your hair using the co-wash. Are you guys familiar with co-washes? Right. So what a co-wash is, it's a shampoo that doesn't lather. Its emphasis is basically on conditioning and restoring moisture and hydration to the hair. So as you're shampooing and you're cleansing the hair, you should restore at the same time. Does that make any sense? Right, and then finally, you would then condition your hair. So you shampoo once, co-wash as many times as possible, that's a shampoo, and then finally, you condition the hair. Right, so that's our 3. We call this, in the system, we call this tier 1. So the system consists of 3 tiers, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. So you see again my concepts of 3. Right, that's the first tier, and it's 3 things: shampoo, co-wash, and conditioner. I know that most people don't do that because most people are socialized only to shampoo. After you've shampooed and conditioned and co-washed your hair, it's important that you restore and bring moisture back into the hair. Remember, I talked about 3 things before. I talked about emollients and occlusives. What emollients do, they trap moisture into the hair, right? So your hair must retain moisture. If your hair is losing moisture, it becomes very dry. So we've got a wonderful thing from Zimbabwe. This is a vitamin. This is a nutrient. It's called Nourishing Mist. It's water-based. What most people tend to do, they wet the hair using tap water. I think tap water is a little bit too hard and invariably too harsh. So we encourage our clients to use a nutrient. It's called the Nourishing Mist by Derek Clement. So what you do, you spray this on your hair before you hydrate the hair. So we have something called hydrator. This is a hydrator. It's made from Jamaican black castor oil. It's nothing more than, again, food. And then we have the leave-in moisturizer. So in the nourishing, hydrating, and moisturization is 3 things, guys. nourishing, hydrating, and moisturization, and that stays in your hair. Whereas with tier 1, you rinse off, but tier 2, you retain that into your hair, and you use this every day. This is every day, okay? So what you do, I've got my hair in my head, of course, because I'm bald. This is genetic, by the way. So you are gonna spray but it all goes in my beard, and I do moisturize my beard, guys. I do this every single morning. Every single morning I moisturize my beard. So you moisturize the beard with the hydrating mist like this, and then you get the hydrator, and you put this in the palm of your hands, and you get the moisturizer, and this goes in the palm of your hands, and you put it all together like a cocktail, and it goes on your hair. In my case, on my beard. Okay? And I promise you, my beard grows ridiculously fast. Every week I'm going to trim my beard. It's ridiculous because it's been moisturized. Now, last tier 3, in the tradition of feeding, but you probably use the word grease. We don't say grease. The word grease implies something to me damaging, because grease comes from petroleum jelly, and most people in the Caribbean have petroleum jelly in their house. I don't know why, because that's carcinogenic. And right, so guys, I'm sure you've enjoyed the little. Are you enjoying the soiree, by the way, guys? Wonderful, wonderful. It's all about hair care, and hair care means a lot to us in the UK. It means a lot to us across the planet, in Grenada included, because hair care is crucial. Our hair says who we are. It does give us and if you're looking at the screen, every single person, I've got gorgeous hair. Trisha's hair is lovely. I'm really enjoying Listra's hair is gorgeous. I mean, it's just lovely hairstyles. Yes, it's a gorgeous name. So Leo, wow, that's a big name, Leo. That's like something in movies. Brilliant. And Nicole, gorgeous Nicole. Brilliant, gorgeous hair types. I'm loving it. So right, I'll run through the tiers one more time. It's all about
Mr. Clement, I'm sorry for disturbing.
Please.
You didn't call Mr. Clark and he was waiting.
Mr. Clark, I'm coming to Mr. Clark, because Mr. Clark, we do a men's range as well. So we've got the men's range, so we've not forgotten the guys. But I'm sorry, I mean, I know Mr. Clark's a good-looking geezer. He's a good-looking geezer, but there's such gorgeous women on the screen, I kind of forget about the blokes. I can't see the blokes. I'm just seeing the ladies. But Mr. Clark, we do have stuff for the men. So because for instance, Mr. Clark, we've got the antibacterial spray. When you go to the barber, Mr. Clark, since we're living in a very dodgy time, when you go to the barber, you bring your antibacterial spray, and that you will use around your beard and on your hairline. So when the barber is marking your hairline, this will protect you from what they call barber's rash, which is really common. And then for Mr. Clark, he's got this as well for the men. So there's loads of stuff for the men. And of course, we got the face scrub. It's called K77. So Mr. Clark, we've not forgotten you, bro. But the ladies, it's all about the ladies. I mean, my word. I mean, I'm from Guelph, so when I see ladies, I get carried away. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Clark, very clever. Very clever, Mr. Clark. I like that one. I like how he stuck it in there. Yes. So guys, let me run through the range one more time. But let me also say that Afro hair has gone through the ages. Afro hair has enjoyed many renaissances, and there's just another renaissance. This renaissance, we call this the natural hair movement. Afro hair is as old as time itself. So that said, we got the 3 tier 1, begins with shampoo, which is important, but I keep saying to my clients, do not shampoo your hair too many times. Shampoo can rob your hair from moisture, because most shampoos are cheap and cheerful, and most shampoos got tons of alcohol in them, parabens and sulfate. I mean, a shampoo in most cases these days is you could pay £1 for a shampoo. You could pay £3 for a shampoo. I don't believe that's a very healthy shampoo, right? And then you've got the co-wash is crucial. And some of my clients only shampoo the hair using co-wash, because the co-wash, all it is really a shampoo. that doesn't lather. It moisturizes, it cleanses, and it hydrates. And of course, the conditioner, which is gorgeous, is a cream conditioner. So just the first tier 1 is about cleansing, shampoo, co-wash, and conditioner. Tier 2 is about moisturizing, hydrating, and nourishing. And so it begins with the nourishing mist. And Mr. Clark, you could use that on your hair. I've got lots of guys that uses the nourishing mist on the hair. We've got lots of Rastafarian brothers with locks, they use this. And then you've got the hydrator. And of course, you've got the moisturizer, because your hair needs 3 things to grow: hydration, moisturization, and nutrient. That's what hair needs. And so, if you remember, are you guys old enough to remember the curly perm? You remember the curly perm, guys? I think you're a bit too young for the curly perm. So, visualize Michael Jackson. Remember Michael Jackson? You guys remember Michael Jackson? So he had that big old curly thing, and it's always wet, right? That was the curly perm. But the curly perm, because your hair was constantly being wet, people's hair grew leaps and bounds. So hair needs moisture, water. And bear in mind, guys, let me also say that hair grows at a cellular level. It doesn't grow outside, it grows on the inside. Okay, so what you have to do is ensure that your diet, in particular, you know what, 3 words or 3 letters. People love that type of food, but there's no nutrient in those foods. They are dead, and we're now finding that the COVID has actually allowed us to go back. Does anyone know about Sankofa? Are you familiar with the word Sankofa? Sankofa. Right. Google the word Sankofa. Sankofa means going back to get it. It's an African proverb. It's a bird that's moving forward, but it's looking back. So what I'm simply saying is that, guys, focus on your ancestors. What did they eat? How did they survive? My mother is 90 years old. My father was 93. What is it about these people that they lived for so long and never had a pandemic? It's amazing. It is because, I think, of the food. So what we need to do, guys, your hair needs food internally as well as externally. And also bear in mind, what's very, very important, is that your hair grows 6 inches per year, right? So anyone who tells me, but in the growing process is breaking as well. Don't confuse length, guys, with hair growth. Because somebody's hair is longer than yours, doesn't mean that it's actually growing faster. It's just the nature of the DNA, or perhaps their gene pool. And so the last tier is tier 3, which is the hair growth treatment with the hemp. And Mr. Clark going to laugh at this one. That's the ganja in there, right? And then you've got the sheen oil, and you've got the hair and scalp food. So we don't say grease, we say food. So those are for feeding. These you do every night. You can carry this in your bag. Ladies, put this in your bag for work. And when you get to work, you can just spray your hair to get that nice luster, that nice sheen. It's very, very important. Okay? And never forget that the hair has its own ecosystem. It feeds itself. But you have to also help the hair on the outside. Any questions, guys? Am I making sense?